Once upon a time, that bitch Eva villain lived in the city. Hi, you guys. So, something that I've been doing recently, or I've done twice this past 2 weeks, is go into a home goods store and put a mini flash staging scene together with home goods merchandise. Here is an example of what I staged. So here is one of the examples of my mini staging. I have one of those LED lamps set on top of a really modern glass table with a cylindrical gold base. I did pair it with this textured stool or this very slim LED lighting. I love that it's adjustable. You can adjust the lighting area, the lighting fixture that comes down is adjustable, and you'll be able to see that in because I also took a video of this. I like the wood, and this is actually this stool or is actually also functional as a storage space, so you can store items in it. I love the wooden legs to it, and I love how it's paired with this very contemporary piece of art, and all this is missing is probably like a really plush cream rug, and it becomes kind of like a sitting area or a focal point for this art piece in a bedroom, in the living room, in a foyer, or in the kitchen. I love this setup. It's very minimal, but it looks so elegant. I mean, these are just simple pieces that you find at Home Goods, but look at how elegant this looks. I also did this with a different table. The table is also glass and metal, and let's switch over to that stage. In this video, you can see how this lamp is adjustable. I love how it has a very slim footprint in regards to all of this, which kind of like makes the art piece like your focal point, but you still have all these contemporary pieces. This lamp was $30. I just love it, and like I said, all you need to finish up this look is a rug, probably in a darker brown color, or even a deeper cream tone would really finish this look. In this photo, I have the same piece of art, the same artwork, and the same storage footstool or sitting stool. Same lamp, but I now have it paired with a different type of side table. This has a square glass top, a metal, very similar, except you have like a circular glass bottom or base on this, but both glass, so that you still get this very light footprint with this side table and lamp setup instead of a bulky lamp. And it just gives you a more modern, very modern and chic look. Once again, you would finish this off with a rug, maybe like a darker cream colored rug. A dark brown rug would really pull this look together, and just you'd end up with a really nice a nice home setting. let's move on to the other staging that I did, the flash mini staging that I did at another Home Depot location. I'm sorry. So we're still at the same location, but I wanted to show this setup with another piece of art. This is by Vincent van Gogh. Just really beautiful. It's like a flower scene, but once again we have it paired with that storage stool, that cylindrical gold base with a clear glass top, just very minimal. That, you know, add a rug to this and this will really pull that look together, just really give it like this really chic, elegant look. I love this. You know, set your cocktail on this. So going back to this, a rug option that I would add to this. One option is a nice jute rug, and then layering two rugs. The jute rug as your base layer, under the stool and the side table, and then adding a cream, off-white cream rug on top of that jute. So laying down a large jute rug and then a smaller cream colored rug on top of this will really pull this look together. The jute kind of like contrasts with this very modern art piece and this modern look, but then it also complements the natural texture of the stool and the wood. And then the cream smaller rug that you would lay on top of the jute just kind of adds a depth and pulls it all together. So you have a mix of highs and lows. You have the jute rug, which is kind of a bit more natural and just very very low and then the artwork is just very modern and has a high. So you have the mix of the low with the jute rug and the high with this modern work of art, and then layering a smaller cream rug on top of the jute kind of just adds depth and texture to it and just pulls this whole look together. With this look, I would probably layer not a jute, because the jute, you know, you could probably pull this off with a jute, but I think it would look nicer with a more of like a brown solid color rug, like picking up on more of the brown tones of in the piece of art would kind of like balance this look out, and just keeping it simple, not layering two rugs, just a really nice brown toned rug will really pull this look together, elevate it, and just give you a really chic you know, home look with all this home decor. This is at another Home Goods location. This is again a mini flash staging that I did. So in this setup, we have this really gorgeous, this base lamp. It has like it's a green marble base, and I love I loved that look of, you know, this really, it kind of has an art deco look. Here we have another view of that same lamp, paired with this very modern chair also. This chair has kind of like an art deco look to it, and so does the base of that lamp. At this Home Goods, I found myself really liking a lot of these marble based lamps, but switching out the lamp shades to maybe like a more brown linen type of lampshade instead of these like lighter cream ones. And then of course, just imagine these two finished off with like a nice cream colored rug, switching off that lampshade to maybe like a nice textured darker brown linen lampshade, and then finishing it off with a cream rug, or probably even a jute rug. A jute rug will really give this look some interest, because of the low again of the jute rug, and the high of the very modern looking accent chair and the lamp. Finishing this look off with a jute rug would really create another chic and elegant home look. Here's a more detailed look in regards to this. So I love the marble look, and as you can see, it kind of has like an art deco look to it. This chair, that area also kind of has like an art deco look to it. And like I said, finishing this off with like a jute rug underneath will really bring this look together and just make it look so chic. But I just loved this lamp. And of course, changing out that lampshade to maybe a darker textured linen brown shade would be nice. With this look, we are going to focus on the large gold trimmed mirror in the back and these two chairs. And you see this large reed, these tall reeds that have been placed in between. We're going to remove that. We are going to get rid of that, and we are going to give this a very elegant and chic, simple look again by adding this gorgeous. We are adding this gorgeous, extremely huge terracotta, just beautifully detailed swan. We are going to take out that tall reed decor, and most likely you could either set this in between the two chairs on the ground, put a candle in it, or use it for, like put rolled up blankets in there, put a candle in there, or you could elevate it by using a very small footprint type of very tiny end table that can hold this swan detail in between these two chairs and in front of this gold trim mirror. And then of course finish it off with a nice jute rug or a nice deep tone, maybe like a very light floral print oriental rug would really give you a really just chic and just very modern, but just a gorgeous look, a gorgeous home look. So as you can see here in this video, we removed those tall reeds, and we now just have a very simplified version of that look by removing those tall reeds. Look at the huge difference that makes. It just gives this an extremely modern, chic look. Like I said, you could put a candle in the swan, you could put rolled up blankets, you could leave it on the floor as is. Between these two, you could elevate it up with a tiny table. But I just loved the very chic look of this gorgeous terracotta swan planter. Just gorgeous detail, and it was $100, but I just loved this look. It just looked so elegant. I loved it. Loved this look. Once again, this was just gorgeous. This was just such a gorgeous piece, and like I said, take out that large reed and put this in the middle, and then layer a rug underneath this, and you just end up with a very chic, elegant, very minimal look, but still just wow, really nice.